Hi everyone, it's Tash McZombie here, and today I am going to be filming a makeup declutter because this morning I was doing my makeup and I put on a foundation that clearly expired, even though it was a super expensive foundation, and I just have to part ways with it. It doesn't match my skin. I know it doesn't look so bad right now, although I am shiny and oily. But I had to put 4 pumps of lightning drops into it, and it was just streaky, it was a mess. And then I discovered I didn't have enough face powder to set my face, all these things. I didn't have any brow products, I didn't have primer that I wanted to use. So I'm gonna kind of declutter a whole chunk of makeup. I don't have a huge amount of makeup. Well, I mean, I guess some people might say I do in comparison, but other YouTubers, I have like next to nothing. I'm not going to declutter my palettes because that's a whole separate video, and I have makeup up here on my vanity, which are like more my kind of higher end like lip products and stuff. So I've got like MAC, Jeffree Star, Kat Von D, and Sugar Pill and Urban Decay. I'm not going to touch them because I love all of them, and a lot of them are collector's items. So it's literally what I keep in my drawer, which is face products, brow products, liners, blushes, bronzers, highlighters, lip products, you name it, is all in this drawer, and we're going to go through together and declutter the crap out of it. So if you want to see me declutter my makeup, then keep watching. And yeah, and if you haven't already and you'd like to be, please hit that subscribe button down below. I would love to have you here on my channel, and hit that notification bell next to it to be notified every time I upload a new video. So, I'm not sure if I'm going to be on camera or just show the products. We shall see. Right, let's get decluttering. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take the stuff out my drawer and put it on my desk and kind of go through it. So how I store my makeup is I store it in one of these big containers. It's all like divided. I got this in TK Maxx. So as you can see, it's all divided. So here I have blushers and bronzers and some single shadows. I have liners and brow products, mascaras, lip pencils and like lip crayons, foundations, primers and concealers. And then I've got highlighters, powders, blushers and bronzers in here. So there's a lot to go through. And then there's 3 more containers in this drawer, which we'll go through next. So trying to think. Right, wait, I'll quickly show you what it looks like. So this is it here. So as I said, here I've got lip glosses and lip crayons, lip liners and pencils in here. Here I've got mascaras, single shadows, blushes, bronzers, and then brow products and liners. Here are all my foundations, primers and concealers. And here I have lots of different brown, like powdered face products. So, right, I think we'll start with this container here. So I'm going to lay all this out and then we'll go through it all. Okay, so here I have all of my base face products. So not a huge amount, but considering I never used to wear foundation or concealer, this is quite a lot. So I kind of like the way that Jessica Braun does it, where she looks at her whole collection and goes, what would she buy again or not buy? And honestly, let's go through this. So this is brand new. This is my Ordinary Colors Serum Foundation in 1.0N. Very fair. I just got this today, so that's going nowhere, along with this Maybeline Master Prime. Again, I just got this today, so they are being kept. What else can I keep? So keeping my Maybelline Anti-Age Eraser Eye Concealer. Tati talks about this all the time on her channel, and it is absolutely amazing. I've gone for like 3 of these. I almost bought a new one today that had like limited edition packaging, and I wish I had because I actually have a lot less than I thought. But I use this every day and it is an amazing under eye concealer. So keeping that. This is where it gets difficult. So keeping my Body Shop lightening drops. These are shade adjusting drops. You pop these in your foundation. You can get lightening or darkening. Obviously I have lightening, which makes my foundation a lot lighter. I'm actually running quite low because I use these all the time. But these are going nowhere. I will link all these products in the description box below. Okay, this eye primer I love. This is the Bourjois Paris 24-hour eye primer. So it's like a shadow primer. This is really, really great. It's a super affordable eye primer from the drugstore, and this honestly keeps my eyeshadow in place all day. It is amazing. And then I have my Peaches in Cream eyeshadow primer. This is probably super expired. Yeah, I've had this over a year. But it is really good for like loose shadows and glitter because it's a really kind of watery, liquidy primer. So I'm going to keep this because it is really good for like loose pigments and glitter. Not that I wear them all that often, but it is a good primer. This e.l.f. eye primer I'm nearly done with. It still has a bit left, so I'm going to keep this now just till it's used up. It's a pretty good eye primer. I mean, to be honest though, I prefer the Bourjois Paris one over this. But they're both kind of like running low, so I'm just going to use this up. Okay, and they're like the only ones I'm like dead set. Well, actually no, I'm dead set on keeping this Jordana Prime No Pores Pore Refining Face Primer. I don't have much left. They're kind of like a liquid white kind of primer. It's okay. It's not the best at like combating oils. It doesn't mattify, but it's handy. It's like I keep this as like a backup if I run out. So that's what I'm definitely keeping. So I'm getting rid of. This can go. This Boiing in shade 1 in Lemonade by Benefit. I got this in like a concealer kit. And you can see that these are well used. I mean, there's a tiny amount left. And I was trying to challenge myself to just use these bits in the edges. Because the Lemonade eye primer is my absolute favourite eye primer of all time. But this is so old. It's got foundation on my fingers. This is so old and it's practically used up. It just needs to go in the bin. It's just nasty. So that is gonna go. Along with this No7 stick concealer. This is the Match Made concealer in Calico. This is just practically like ran out. It is. It's just like I'm scraping. Like literally I'll just get a brush in there and scrape, and then I kind of just use this for carving out my brows. But honestly, I never really do that anymore, and it's probably expired. It doesn't say, but I mean it's practically done. So I'm just going to toss this. It's cracked as well, and it's really old, and it's just finished. Along with this Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer in the shade C1, you can tell I have been scraping this because there's a tiny bits left on the edges. I love this concealer. It costs like £4 and is absolutely fantastic. It is the best concealer I've ever used. But it doesn't last long. You don't get either that. I was just going too heavy-handed, but I think it's a pretty good dupe for the sharp tape, the Tarte Shape tape, which I haven't used, but I've heard that this is a pretty good dupe. But this has just ran out, so it just needs to go. Okay, so what do I have left? So I have this Revolution Makeup Fast Base Stick Foundation in F1, and again, just like that No7, it is like done. There's none left. Like literally that's all that's left, and I know there's still quite a bit of product, but like again I have to dig in with a brush to try and get any of it out. Like I can't rub that on my face, so I don't know, I might just keep it just to finish up what's left because this is a fantastic stick foundation. But I mean I've just gone through it like so fast. They just don't last. Like you can see how much I've used up. Like that's insane. So I don't know, this is going to go in the maybe pile because there is just a tiny amount left, and it is super cheap. It's like £6. Like, you know, it's super affordable. That, you know, so I'll put this in a maybe pile. So this can go. This L'Oreal Infallible Mattifying Base. I hated this. It was just too silicone-y. It was super oily on my skin. It didn't mattify. It just made me oily, and I just hated it. So that can just go. It's practically done anyway. Then I've got the L'Oreal Infallible Total Cover Foundation. Mine is in the shade Light Sand. This is practically done. I have a love-hate thing with this. This will cover everything, and I mean everything. Like, they kind of advertise it with, like, covering up tattoos, and I did. I put this on a tattoo, and it did. It covered it up. It's crazy. It's just not the best formula. It's super thick, and it kind of pills up on your face. and it's practically like empty, like there's hardly any left. So I think I'm just going to toss it. It's affordable that if I decide that I want to buy it again, I will, but I probably won't because it just wasn't that great. And I've used better high coverage foundations that are even cheaper, like this one here from Primark. I think this costs like a £5. So I think this is the one. It's super messy. Ignore how messy that lid and pump is. That's disgusting. Like that, I need to clean that up. That's gross. And you can tell I've used a lot of this. So this has an SPF of 15. It's their long wear mineralized foundation, and this is in the shade 00 Porcelain. This, for all you pale girls out there, this is actually pale. This, I don't even need to put lightning drops in it. This is pale. And this is amazing. I think this is the one that people kept saying was a dupe for the Double Wear by Estee Lauder. I might be wrong, just because this is full coverage and very thick. I will say if you don't like thick foundations, full coverage foundations, then don't go for this. This comes in like a frosted glass bottle, and this costs £5 in Primark. Like, their packaging is so on point, and Primark makeup is surprisingly really good. If you'd like to see me do like a full face using Primark makeup, like going to Primark and shopping and buying it, like comment below, because I would actually really like to do that. So keeping that, I have this Rimmel Lasting Finish makeup primer. It's got 8+ hours wear time, it's day proof, pore minimizing, even skin tone and skin perfecting. I have hardly any of this left, and again, this is just one of those ones that I was like, meh. I didn't really notice it made a difference to my makeup, so I'm just going to toss this. It's practically done. Okay, now I'm down to the nitty gritty. My No7 Beautifully Matte is one of my favourite foundations. I have a tiny bit left. This is going nowhere. I absolutely love this. It has an SPF of 15. It's oil free, all day velvet matte perfection. I will say, I mean, I have really oily skin and my oils can break through this at the end of the day, but nothing too drastically. But I really like this. Okay. This has been a battle. This is 12 months. I got this 2 years ago, so this is expired, and it definitely has, because it went on my face really funny. My skin is awful. I'm having a bad makeup day. So this is the Hello Flawless Oxygen Wow foundation from Benefit, and this is in the shade I'm Pure For Sure Ivory. This is still orange on me. I have to put lightning drops in it. It oxidizes like crazy, but because this was so expensive and it went through such a hassle, they gave me the wrong one to begin with. I went back and bought this. It is a nice foundation. Like, it blends nicely when it's in date. You don't waste any because it has that pump. I mean, there's still a huge amount left in here, and that's what's tearing me apart because this is expensive. But I bought this 2 years ago, maybe longer. It just needs to go. It's expired. It doesn't go on nice. It just needs to go. And then last but not least is this No7 Airbrush foundation. This was my favourite foundation for the longest time. It's a very liquid foundation. It comes in a dropper. 18 months. Okay, so this is still in date. It kind of separated the other day, which grossed me out. You can kind of tell. I just haven't worn this in the longest time. But now that I've got rid of quite a few foundations, maybe I'll keep this and give this another go. And we will see. Just because I haven't worn this in the longest time. Anyway, we'll keep that. And I think I'm just going to toss this Revolution stick foundation because there is just a tiny amount left. So I think once I've used that up, it'll just go. So, yeah. Okay, so this is what I'm keeping. I'm going to keep this till it's used up, which won't be long. Again with this, and I'll probably repurchase both of these once they're done. Keeping my PS Pro foundation. I'm going to give this No7 one, sorry, another go. Keeping my lightning drops. Obviously keeping this ordinary one and this Maybeline one because they're brand new. And then I'm keeping one concealer. I mean, I'm keeping 3 eye primers, which is a bit ridiculous, but they all have different purposes. And then this concealer till it's used up. So I feel pretty good. That is a pretty big difference. So that's everything I'm keeping. And then I'm getting rid of this Rimmel Lasting Finish Primer, this No7 Stick Concealer, this Revolution Conceal and Define, this L'Oreal Total Cover Foundation, my Benefit Hello Flawless Foundation, my Benefit Boiing and Lemonade Concealer and Primer combo. And, sorry, this Infallible Mattifying Base by L'Oreal. So I'm getting rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then keeping, won't keep more than 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, I'm keeping 12, tossing 7. Not the best, but pretty good for me. So, yeah. That was foundations, primers, and concealers. And, yeah, so that's part 1. Sorry. Of my declutter, and if you want to see the rest of my makeup declutter, then if you haven't already, then hit subscribe down below and subscribe here to my channel and hit that notification bell and you will be notified when I upload my next declutter. Anyway, I hope you're all having a great day and I'll see you next time.